Let's do this. James 5:19, just one more point. I have to do this because, my dad did a Bible study once where Matthew 11 says John the Baptist sent his disciples to ask Jesus' disciples, is Jesus really the Christ, or do we look for somebody else? I have to do this because, my dad did a Bible study once where Matthew 11 says John the Baptist sent his disciples to ask Jesus' disciples, is Jesus really the Christ, or do we look for somebody else? I have to do this because, my dad did a Bible study once where Matthew 11 says John the Baptist sent his disciples to ask Jesus' disciples, is Jesus really the Christ, or do we look for somebody else?
All right, folks, you heard Caleb Robinson said. Now, he said his dad did a Bible study once where in Matthew 11, John the Baptist sent his disciples to ask Jesus' disciple, is Jesus really the Christ, or do we look for someone else? Now, folks, I would like for Caleb or his father, since he did the study on it, to read Matthew 11 and see if John the Baptist ever sent two of his disciples to Jesus' disciples to ask Jesus, is he the one, or do they look for another? He can go and check Matthew 11 or Luke 7. And you'll find it nowhere in there where John the Baptist sent two of his disciples to Jesus' disciples to ask Jesus, is he the one, or do they look for another? John the Baptist sent two of his disciples to Jesus. They went to Jesus. They didn't go to no other disciples. So, Caleb, you need to get back on here and repent for that lie you and your dad told. Well, you said your dad did a Bible study on it, where he needs to go back to the Bible and search it out, because it's not there. There's nowhere in Matthew 11 or Luke 7 where John the Baptist sent his disciples to Jesus' disciples to ask him, is he the one, or do they look for another? That's not in there. See, you're so busy trying to condemn everybody else, church, and you making mistakes on your own. I got a lot of errors that you made. So yeah, James 5:19 that you was talking about, that fits you, Caleb, and your father. Yes, it fits both of y'all. See, because you made an error, and I got more errors. Caleb, what about the error you said that Apollos was teaching the baptism of John? Can you prove that? Apollos ain't never taught the baptism of John. If he did, read it. Read it and show that to me in the public, because I say it's not there. Man, I don't know what kind of study you're doing, but your studying is way off. Stay out of the Bible, man. Stay out of, you're making shipwreck. But you're so busy trying to condemn everybody else's, and you're overlooking your errors. But see, I'm here, I'm picking them out. And I'm going to continue to pick them out. And I'm going to continue to post them. So, Caleb, if you want to debate me, brother, I am ready. You debate everybody else. Now, you talk about Bishop Johnson and all that. You got that all wrong about Bishop Johnson. Don't compare us to other false apostolic churches. We're not apostolic. We're apostolic. We're apostolic, not apostolic. We didn't derive from apples. We're apostolic. Get it right. And stop comparing us to these fake, false apostolic faith churches just because they believe something we don't believe that. And if you ever want to challenge me on about musical instruments in the church or tithing, brother, I am here. I am here. Don't forget about me. I'm here. I will challenge you on tithing. I will challenge you on musical instruments for the church today. And I'll be able to prove you wrong on it. If you don't think I won't, step up to the plate, Caleb. If you won't do it, tell your dad step up. I'll take on either one of you. Don't make me no difference. Let's go ahead and debate about tithing being for us today, and let's debate about the musical instruments being in worship service today.